crafters, welcome to my first tutorial. With Valentine's Day just around the corner, I thought it would be perfect to start with a project that lets you express your love for someone special. Since this holiday is all about showcasing our feelings, we will make a display box that you can hang on a wall or place on a desk, your choice. Now here is what you will need. For cutting, 2 pairs of scissors, one for heavy-duty cuts, one for precision cuts. For tracing, a fine tip marker, a graphite pencil, 4H is best for easy erasing, a red pencil, a non-permanent marker for tracing on the blister sheet, a ruler with circle templates, but it's optional. For collage, colored paper, use any colors that you like, white paperboard as thick as cardstock, a heart-shaped paper punch, or scissors to cut hearts by hand. For assembly, some corrugated cardboard, blister plastic from toy packaging, cereal box paperboard, craft paper. For painting, a medium-sized brush, red paint, small containers for paint and water. You can use yogurt pots, they work well. For gluing, school glue, glue stick, a small brush for glue application. For decoration, red silk ribbon, red fabric. I used an old sweater in my project. Polyvinyl ribbon, like balloon ribbon in any color. And now you are ready to craft. First, we are going to work on the decor that will go inside the box. If you don't feel like making the box itself, you can still create a beautiful card instead. Grab a graphite pencil and a piece of your cereal box. Place your plastic blister sheet over the paperboard and use it as a guide for your heart size. Trace the shape of the blister sheet onto the paperboard, measure its width, divide it by 2 and draw a vertical line down the center. This will help you create a symmetrical heart. Start drawing the rounded top in the upper corners of your frame, then curve down to form the bottom using the middle line as the point where both sides meet. Once you are happy with your heart shape, cut it out with heavy-duty scissors. Now, place your cut out hearts on a piece of white paperboard and trace its outline. Cut out this second heart and glue the two together with stick glue. This will make your base sturdier. Create 2 more hearts, one from a piece of cereal box and the other from your blister plastic. Start by placing your corrugated cardboard heart on the blister sheet and carefully trace its contour. Once the outline is drawn, cut it out with precision, making sure to handle the scissors or cutter safely to avoid injury. Next, take a piece of cereal box and trace the contours of the same heart on it, but do not cut it out yet. Inside this heart, draw a smaller heart, leaving about a 1-inch thick border. This will serve as a frame for the transparent sheet, creating our see-through lid. Next, let's create the characters to decorate it. We will start with the lady. Use a circle template ruler to draw her head. Pick a size that fits well inside the heart. If you don't have a template, just draw a circle as evenly as possible. Cut it out with precision scissors and set it aside. Now, take a piece of colored paper for her body, place the head on it to determine the right proportions, then sketch a slender shape like a bottle to form her body. Cut it out. For the heart around her head, take another piece of colored paper. Use the head as a reference for where the heart should start. Draw a smaller heart shape inside the larger one, making the inner heart slightly narrower at the top for a more elegant look. Cut out both the outer and inner edges. Don't worry if it's not perfectly even, some of it will be hidden behind the character's neck. Now, cut a small red heart that will go under her chin. Make sure it's not too tiny since you'll be layering other hearts on top of it. Let's move on to her hair. I use yellow paper for a blonde look, but you can choose any color you like. Place the head on your chosen paper and sketch the hair around it. Once you are happy with the shape, cut it out. To add depth to the box, I created a small stand for my princess. This is easy to make. Start by drawing a rectangle, then add a smaller rectangle at the top and bottom. Extend the size of the main rectangle by half its width, then cut the shapes out. Fold along the lines to form a box. Glue the corners together and secure them with tape for extra stability. Make sure the stand fits inside the heart before attaching it. Once it's ready, glue it to the base heart using stick glue and small bits of tape. Then glue the different parts of the princess onto the heart, cut out small hands and place them on each side of the heart she holds. Now let's make the other two characters. If you prefer to keep things simple, you can skip this part and move on to crafting the display case. For the cat, use a circle template or freehand a round head on colored or white paper. Add two small triangles for ears, draw a slightly larger circle for the body and add small round feet at the bottom. Sketch a tail and cut everything out. For the mouth, make it slightly smaller than the cat. Start with an upside down avocado shape for the head, draw two small hearts at the top for the ears, then sketch an oval body, add feet and a thin tail and cut it out. Now let's create their gift boxes. Cut two small squares from colored paper, take some polyvinyl ribbon, glue it vertically across the center of one square and trim the excess. Do the same horizontally to form a cross, repeat to the second square, glue these gift boxes on each side of the main character and place the cat and mouse on top. To make their paws, cut small oval shapes. Then take another piece of ribbon and glue each end to their upper bodies. Attach their paws to the ribbon so it looks like they are holding it. For extra depth, outline the characters with a fine black marker. Draw their eyes and facial features. Use a small pink heart for the cat's nose and an oval or grape-shaped wand for the mouth. Add whiskers with the marker, or for a more textured look, use nylon strings. You can also use beads for the nose or even faux fur for the animals' bodies. There are many creative options. For a romantic touch, use a heart-shaped paper punch to create a few tiny hearts and place them around the characters. Now, the background decor is ready. If you need a break, this is a good time to take one before moving on to the box. Pour some red paint into a container and water into another. Lightly wet your brush and apply red paint to one side of each heart, including the one with the cutout center. Let them dry. Now, take a long piece of corrugated cardboard. It should be long enough to wrap around the size of your heart. Draw a 1-inch white strip and paint it red. Let it dry. If you want a well-finished box, I recommend using craft paper in the next steps. Otherwise, you can skip ahead. Once the painted hearts are dry, start assembling the bottom of the box. Wrap the red cardboard strip around the heart shape and secure it with tape. This won't last long on its own since tape wears out over time. A better solution is to cover the entire box with craft paper using glue. This will act as a seal, making the box much sturdier. Make sure to cover the edges well. Once fully wrapped in craft paper, paint it red, let it dry for at least half an hour. Once dry, you can add a silk ribbon around the edge for an elegant touch. If your ribbon is wide, fold it in half before gluing it down. Now take the heart frame you painted earlier. First, cut along the outer edge of the heart, then, using a small pair of scissors, punch a hole in the center of the inner heart to create an opening. From there, carefully cut out the middle section. If you prefer, you can use a stencil cutter for more precision. Glue it onto the transparent plastic blister sheet. Let it dry completely. When the box is fully dry, place the decorated heart inside. To support the transparent lid, create small L-shaped brackets from cardboard. These should be discreet, so test their placement before gluing them down. Before sealing the box, make sure you are happy with the final look. If you want to add more details, do it now. For my design, I added extra depth to the heart behind the princess by gluing small crumpled balls of white and pink tissue paper. This gave the effect of angel wings. I also made a small banner from red paper and placed it on the princess stand, replacing my original handwritten I love you with cutout letters forming I, heart, you. Since my design was already detailed, I wanted to simplify the message for better balance. Once satisfied with the composition, it's time to seal the box. Make sure the lid is clean, apply glue to the L brackets or use a glue gun to attach the lid securely. For an extra special touch, you can line the bottom of the box with fabric from an old red sweater or t-shirt. If you like heavily ornamented designs, you can also glue small tissue paper balls onto the lid for added texture. I even added a few white ones for contrast, along with red and white ribbons at the top. And that's it! You've made a beautiful Valentine's display box. I'm sending you lots of love, and if you enjoyed this tutorial, please send some back by giving it a thumbs up. I'll be back soon with another fun project. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more of my creations. Happy Valentine's Day!